Hello there, Gemini, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. This reading is being called, I have been called to do this reading for you for a couple of days. You were not my cue this early, but I feel like there's some message here for either the Geminis as a collective or perhaps just for, a few of you. So I am going to go ahead and do your reading. This is a Gemini reading for the week of October 11th through the 17th. So we'll take a look at the overall energies with the oracle cards, and then we'll go to the tarot for some more details. So let's go ahead and get into this. And Gemini, this is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And it is a general reading, so if you're not resonating with the reading, you may want to check out your moon, rising, or Venus sign. There might be a message there for you. Okay, let's take a look at your overall energy. Imagine Gemini and TikTok. I feel like, we have the 1010 portal actually on Sunday, which I'll be uploading this for on that day. So it's kind of like, imagine, like you have this, I feel like there's this window of time where whatever you imagine, whatever you want to manifest, it's going to happen. I feel like that is a very strong message that I'm getting here. Yeah, because underneath that is co-create. It's kind of like the universe is stepping in and saying, okay, we're on your side. Gemini, what a nice energy that's here. Yeah, it's really this sense that whatever it is, that you want, it's about to happen. So it's really about really staying in that high positive vibration. I know with the retrogrades, it's been difficult, especially with Mercury, because it is, your planet, your ruling planet. But it's just like, try to stay really positive and just looking, just manifesting, visualizing what it is that you want to have come in. Okay, so let's go to your present energy. Five of Pentacles. Now, Gemini, this card has been coming out a lot for all the signs. It's a sense of, being in a place where you feel perhaps alone, as if the universe isn't on your side. You could be sitting there thinking, it could have something to do with finances because it's Pentacles, but it doesn't have to be. It's this sense of feeling extremely alone. And feeling, kind of a scarcity mentality. Like, and Gemini, you always are such hard workers, so determined. And it's kind of like, I get this energy of, I have tried everything and I cannot get this to work. It's almost like a sense of no hope. There's no hope left. This is just never going to happen for me. And whether that is in a relationship, in a romance, a family situation, a work situation, finances, especially with the Pentacles. Okay, so let's go see what your, oh my goodness, King of Swords. This is your obstacle. The King of Swords is, your energy. It's an air sign, but it's also the energy of clarity, being, extremely determined, but sometimes a little bit stubborn. So this could also be another air sign that you may be dealing with. So this could be, another Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. And we are going to clarify these, but, definitely a sense of, because it's your obstacles like being upside down, right? It's not having the clarity, not having the knowledge of the path of which you're supposed to go. It's almost as if, I get a sense as if you feel like your intuition has almost left you behind. Really kind of interesting. Okay, so let's see what your advice is. The Empress. Step into your high vibration once again, knowing your worth, understanding that what you are creating is going to be bountiful. It's also a sense of mothering, which it can be, mothering your own children or mothering your family, but also a sense of mothering yourself, like really nurturing yourself. Like perhaps spending time this week, just nurturing yourself, getting back into your inner child. Because, the Empress is, especially in this deck, she's pregnant. But a lot of times to me, it's like, you're birthing a new business, you're birthing a new relationship, you're birthing a new career path or something like that. It could be that you're actually wanting to birth, or have children, but it's also a sense of your inner child. It's kind of like really tapping into your inner child. What is it that you really want? You have the Imagine card here. I was like, what is it that you really want? It's like you don't have the clarity. I almost feel like you're grasping at straws. It's kind of like you may be in a sense of nothing has worked for me in quite a while. Like usually, Gemini, when you touch things, they turn to gold, right? You have the Midas touch. And I feel like you feel as if nothing has absolutely like manifested exactly the way that you're usually used to manifesting. Now, this is your advice. So it is about getting back into that manifestation type of energy. Just knowing that it's going to work this time. Okay, so let's see what the outcome is. The outcome is Queen of Cups. Truly understanding your own worth. Being in this, allowing. Okay, that's the word they're giving me, allowing the blessings to come your way. It's as if you're almost kind of like in your own way. I almost feel like you're pushing too hard. Like you're really almost grasping at straws. And it's like you may feel like your energy level is low, your motivation is low, because it's kind of like, oh, I can't get anything to work. So it's like, why try? It's almost like that. And it's kind of like you've lost your determination, your clarity. It's about getting refocused, knowing that, kind of like getting just into, if nothing else, just getting into your inner child, your creativity, just having fun with it. Trying not to produce something, but just have fun with it. And as you do that, you're actually going to unlock. To me, this is like, your heart. Yeah, on the bottom we have the Nine of Swords. You may be having difficulty sleeping. Yeah, Four of Cups, nothing's really working. I can't get anything to go my way. It may not be that things are going bad for you, Gemini. It's just you can't get anything to go great. But look at this. We have the Knight of Wands. This is, inspiration, moving quickly, determined, moving forward. There is something about... Look at this, a long-term relationship that may have ended. That could be kind of like at the crux of this Five of Pentacles. And it could have happened a while ago. And, you just haven't, for some reason, cleared that energy out. And with these retrogrades, that energy is coming back in. It's about, really stepping into loving yourself. Realizing that whatever happened in the past does not have to really determine who you are now. Nine of Wands. You've been through a lot, Gemini. You've been through a lot, and it's taken a lot of patience. But look at this. You have the Ten of Cups coming in. Look at, yeah, it's I think we're going to go clarify, but with the Ten of Wands right next to the Ten of Cups, I think you're putting down the burdens of a relationship. Like, I don't think you're putting down the relationship. It could even be a reuniting of a relationship that is long-term, or you want it to be long-term. Yeah, Three of Cups on the bottom, celebration coming in. Interesting. So let's go clarify. Let's see where that leads. Kind of interesting because you have all four tens on the bottom of the deck. Very unusual, which means I think you're really closing out a cycle, which could mean that, when we're closing out a cycle, we can be in this energy because you're really realizing, okay, there is no hope. It's almost like a sense of there is no hope for something in the past to reunite. Like, you do have to move forward. And sometimes that's kind of a hard energy. You could have been working on this for some time, maybe even for years, Gemini, and it's kind of like, okay, it's really over. I have to move forward. Um, and yet at the same time, it's kind of like, yeah, I'm really sad that that didn't work out. Okay, so let's see what the Five of Pentacles is. Oh dear. Okay, you know that reuniting. We have Nine of Pentacles on the bottom. You have your independence and freedom. I think you do have a long-term relationship that ended. So we have this Five of Pentacles as your present energy. With these two, we have somebody coming back from the past that is really expressing their love. Either that or they're actually not expressing it. And this Five of Pentacles is kind of like the energy. You may even be feeling their energy that they're missing you. There's somebody either missing you or you're missing somebody else from the past. And it could be, especially if you think you're a twin flame connection, it could be you're both missing each other and you're really kind of feeling that energy. You know, there's somebody here that wants this energy to be turned. You want to end this chapter and start anew. And it can mean that you want to start a new chapter with this person, or you just want to close out this energy. Really interesting. And it could be that one of you wants to, because this is endings and beginnings. And we had all four tens at the bottom of the deck. So there's definitely been some ending here. But it's almost as if, you know, endings do bring new beginnings, as if somebody does want perhaps this relationship to be reunited. And it could be you, or it could be the person that you're dealing with. Yeah, you have your independence and your freedom. You're working on you. You're working on your career, your financial stability. Here is the Ace of Cups. Somebody wants to celebrate love with you. You could have been waiting. This could be somebody strategizing, especially a King of Pentacles. A King of Pentacles could be a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, but it doesn't have to be. King of Pentacles, to me, is kind of like the spouse card, okay? The King and Queen of Pentacles are the epitome of the perfect spouse, okay? The perfect married couple, you know, home and hearth. They're the home and hearth cards. The King of Pentacles is, you know, somebody that, you know, really is kind of like the head of the household. And then the Queen of Pentacles is the one that kind of is the nurturing, you know, half of that court pair. There's something you don't know about that, you know, there's some secrets here. I'm not saying bad secrets. There's just, you don't have all of the information. You don't have all of the information. You may even be wanting the information, especially with the King of Swords here. It's kind of like, I want the truth, because the King of Swords is all about the truth, right? I feel like you want the truth about this past relationship. Like, okay, is it here or is it never going to happen again? It's almost like a sense of you've been waiting. We had the Temperance card on the bottom. It's kind of like, okay, I want the sword to come down. Is this done, or is it we're on a break? Sounds kind of like a old Friends episode. Are we done, or are we just on a break? Okay, let's see what the King of Swords has here. Judgment card, Knight of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Hierophant. Yeah, okay. So the Hierophant is either, you know, an energy of that you were married to this person or had a long-term committed relationship with them, or you were hoping to have a long-term committed relationship and it ended. There's a lot of heartbreak here. You've gone within to try to figure this out on your own. You've gained a lot of wisdom. I feel like you've taken a look at this relationship from a much bigger picture. And you've seen, like, perhaps the dynamics of the relationship. You know, like maybe there was some codependency or, you know, toxic behaviors or something like that. that were in it. We also have the Queen of Pentacles. See, so the core pair is here, the King and Queen of Pentacles. They're on the bottom of the deck and they're in different shuffles, which means to me you really are separated at this time. And you're just, to me, it's kind of like you're making progress. You're trying to move forward, but it's going so slow. And it's almost like you're aching for this healing. Like, when is this healing going to come? So with the King of Swords here, this is your obstacle. This is, kind of your area of resistance. You're looking for clarity. You want to know if how this person feels. It's kind of like Judgment Day. It really is. It's like Judgment Day. It's like, I just want to know. What way is the sword going? Is it, splitting us forever? We're never going to talk again. Or is it just going to say, oh, we'll give it a little bit more time? Because somebody wants to take action about bringing in a truth. Okay. The Ace of Pentacles is about learning a truth. And we had the Moon card. So I feel like you just want the truth. It's kind of like, Gemini, you're such a strong sign. Probably one of the strongest signs that there are in the zodiac. And it's kind of like, you're also an air sign. You like the truth. You just want to know the truth. It's kind of like, okay, I just don't want to play this game anymore. I just want to know the truth so I know how to go forward. Okay, so let's take a look at the Empress. The Fool card, the Strength card, the World card. Oh my goodness. Temperance is on the bottom. This is all major arcana. Look at this. We have the Empress. We have the World card, Strength, the Fool card, the Temperance, the Devil, the Hierophant underneath that. I think for some of you, this could be a twin flame connection. I'm going to say that because the Devil and the Hierophant are there. It's almost like you're super attached to this person or they're super attached to you. It's almost as if you can't move on from this relationship. And that's kind of like a twin flame energy. It doesn't have to be a twin flame, but it's definitely a deep soulmate connection. It's like, I just can't get over this person. There's some reason. Like, you may not even be able to explain it to your friends, right? With the Empress card, this is your advice. So it's about stepping into your Empress abilities, your skills, your talents, your inner child. It's going from the heart. One of the things is that the King of Swords is an air sign, and a lot of times we can think about that as, being up in your head, allowing your ego to drive your decisions. And here's the Empress card. It's the opposite. It's about all in the heart. The Empress works from her heart. It's about working from your heart, knowing that you have the strength to go in a new direction. Look at this. We have two cards that are talking about going in a new direction, right? Like taking the risk. And then we have the Temperance card. Knowing that the divine is with you. That there's some lessons, some wisdom that you've learned from the past, from this relationship that you need to take forward with you. But it is the sense that you have to close this out. You have to somehow break this bond in order to be able to move forward. Okay, now I am going to pull an extra one just on this Fool card. I want a little clarification because it could be that you are going to have a fresh start with this person. And then in that case, it is that you do have the strength to start this again, to, take the risk. So let's see, Queen of Pentacles, the Hermit, the Ace of Wands. Yeah, I get a sense that you're really trying to move on. You're trying to move away. For some of you, I think you can see the toxicity of this relationship. Like, this person didn't see your light. This person didn't allow you to be your true authentic self. This person held you back from what you're supposed to really and truly create. Because when you look at this is a lot of divinity. a lot of spirituality, a lot of shining your light. I have a sense that this person didn't see your light. You're kind of getting the inspiration, the wisdom that, you kind of have to go, and perhaps you're going to start a business of your own or something. It is the Queen of Pentacles. She is the spouse card. But the Queen of Pentacles is also fine when she's on her own. She can build her own household. And it's kind of like you may be actually thinking about going in a new direction and getting married to somebody else. It's kind of like, yeah, this didn't work out, but I still want to be married. I want a long-term committed relationship. I want to go forward and try to find this committed relationship with somebody else, because this one is definitely not the one I need to be in. Okay, so let's go to the Queen of Cups. Yeah, really kind of a deep message. I can kind of see why I was called to do it. Four of Swords, the Star, nice. Eight of Swords, Page of Pentacles. Yeah, getting that truth, getting something, getting the truth, understanding the truth about why you felt so left out and alone. You weren't sure which way to go, but all of a sudden it's like the sun comes out and you get your mojo back. The Queen of Wands to me is like the mojo card. Very confident, very creative, very similar to the Empress energy. Just really ready to shine your light. Like I get the sense that you're determined to move forward, but you also understand that there's this deep healing that can only come when you step into this energy of loving yourself. The Queen of Cups is very nurturing. It's really about going within and loving yourself, loving those that are around you, getting into the heart space and moving away from the ego, the fears. There's only fear and love. And really embracing the love, the love for yourself, the love for your work, the love for your family, the love for your friends, just really standing in that energy and kind of moving forward, and knowing that there is sunlight at the end of the tunnel. And I feel like with, this 1010 portal, you'll probably come into this very quickly. It's almost like, you get this sense of, okay, the clouds are parting and the sun is coming out. It's truly having to release this past energy. It's difficult. I can see that, because when these two cards come out, it really is a toxic relationship. There's something, toxic about it. And sometimes, when you've been in a toxic relationship, you have that trauma bond with that person. And it doesn't mean just because you have this magnetic attraction to them, it doesn't mean that they're the best person for you to be with, right? It could also mean that you are really almost, addicted, because we say that with the Devil card, but it's really super attached to being married. Like you're fearing that you can't be by yourself, or if you're by yourself, that you don't have a worth. Like so that might resonate with some of you. Like just taking a look at it. Am I okay if I am by myself for the rest of my life? And if you are, then it's really about, okay, then what can I do to have love in my life without being in a committed relationship? Building really good bonds with friends and family, that type of thing. Because we all want love, but perhaps, you're just kind of like, you know what, I'm going to be by myself for a while. And the Queen of Wands is that energy too. The Queen of Wands is very happy by herself. She's like, I got it all. I don't need somebody else. That's okay. That's what they just said to me too. It's coming into this energy of realizing you don't need somebody else. You may want somebody else, but you're also willing to wait. You have the strength and the courage to wait until the right person comes along. Okay, so we'll have one more card here to close this out. Fierce serenity. Yeah, it's really getting into out of this sense. I feel like for some of you, you're in this energy of things just haven't gone your way for a while. And you're in this energy of, oh my gosh, it's never going to work for me. But it is. And the key is really to get back into your heart space. Allow the fears to go. The fears of, what happens if I never find anybody? Or the fears of your friends and family that are kind of like, why aren't you dating anybody or whatever? It's kind of like allowing those fears to go and really stepping into loving yourself and loving the life that you're creating for yourself and being really happy with that and spreading your love and your joy out to the world. And then that's what you'll get more of, right? Okay, well, I'm going to leave it there, Gemini. I hope you enjoyed this message. And if you did, I would really appreciate it if you would consider like, sharing, or subscribing. And I do wish you much love and light in this situation and all your situations. Bye for now.